All right, there we go. All right, now I'm not talking into the void. Hey folks, how's it going? I hope everybody's well. We're working today on something a little bit different than what I have been doing. Fancy little, make my face look good. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right. Now I'm not talking into the void. Hey folks. Cool. How's it going? Yeah, let me know if the music's too loud. We're working today on something a little bit different. See, maybe it's a little bit loud. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. We're going to be working on AshGraphql, at least for a little bit. Specifically, we've added support for subscriptions, and it was pointed out by a user, or sorry, not a user, just somebody on Twitter, that GraphQL, absinthe GraphQL subscriptions have some scaling issues. Specifically, the way that they work is they just they broadcast like synchronously in line with the thing that triggered them. And we don't want that. We want to be able to batch them up, and we also want to be able to batch resolve the mutations or the broadcasts, right? So if you've got like 50 updates of the same record going out to 50 of the same people, we shouldn't have to run all the same queries. So that's what we're working on today. And I am still checking on my stream health here. Does this look good or no? Are we in business or what? Come on, restream. Okay, we're good. Cool. I'll post this link in a few other places, see if anybody else wants to join. Okay, so I kind of blasted this out recently. Let me make my text a little bit bigger for everybody. Okay. Trim that later. Nobody saw that. So we have a batcher written, and the batcher currently actually does work to allow the whatever mutation is triggering this to continue. And we can see that in the test that I have here, which is right here. So we can show like, okay, we do 2 mutations. We set up some stuff to set a low async threshold, and we tell it to simulate the subscription processing time of 1 second. And then we run 2 mutations, and those return immediately. And then a little bit later, we check and we say, okay, there's currently 2 items in the batcher state. And then and then what we do is we use assert receive, right? We say, okay, well, I should have gotten both of those items now. And this works well enough. And both of these, they're both using the same mutation, which means they should get dispatched in the same way. So probably what I can actually do is let's test that as well, which is, we'll say state equals assert state dot total count. Then we also want to say assert enum or map dot size state dot batches is 1. There should only be 1 batch of 2. Let's see. right. Cool. Announcements made. See if anybody wants to join today. Map.size is deprecated. Okay. But it works. So map.size is deprecated. Okay. Sure. That's probably fine. So now what we want to do, the big work for the day, and I actually have this on the pull request. So why don't I pull up the pull request? So what we have to do is we have to handle like the loading of any necessary data for lists of notifications, and we're probably not going to do number 3. That'll just be a later thing, later improvements. So testing and benchmarks will be next. So we're going to start here with trying to figure out how to do, and I actually have no idea how I'm going to do this, by the way, because what we get is not what I would have expected to get in this runner, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. So what we have is when we actually go to send this, we have a document, which we currently figure out the pipeline, which I believe this is like Absinthe. Probably going to need to pull up Absinthe code here to do this. Def pipeline. So I believe that this is like, this is like setting up the Absinthe pipeline with some initial stuff. And I guess this here is before resolution, pipeline.up to resolution. Okay, this actually works quite well. So what this means is, do we need the mutation result before pipeline.up to resolution? We do. Root value is the mutation result. Interesting. So what we, I guess, because what I'm thinking of here is, if we look in like the way we do our resolver code for AshGraphql, and really just in general, we have say subscription, right? We have this resolve function, and oh, I see, it says the root value is a notification. So this is probably easy enough to just do something like this. We would say def resolve notifications, when is list notifications. And then we can, I'm not sure if it actually has any value to do this way, but I'm going to leave our single resolver in place when we have one notification. So then we'll just say resolve notification. Oh, that's not going to be how that works. We would resolve resolution root value notification, and then all of this stuff. We'll just call this context. Doesn't really matter. Or what is, I don't even know what that is. It's called args. And we need to match on that it is a subscription, but otherwise we don't care. All right. So that, now what we should be able to see is that only in our one test where we actually are doing a batch are we getting into this bulk resolving logic here. So now what I can do is modify this code instead to say, yeah, we'll say pipeline, and then instead of this would be notifications, actually we won't reverse them. We'll reverse them when we publish them. So now we can say, okay, we can run the pipeline to get the data, and then we can say data enum.reverse, enum.filter, and we're only going to send the ones. Actually, this one's interesting. So this one is interesting because should send is depending on there being an error in the sort of for each resolver, but that wouldn't really happen in this case, right? It'd be errors. Yeah, I'm actually not sure what this will look like. Let's just find out. Trial and error, right? So we'll just run our one test. I feel like there's going to be something clearly problematic with this, but let's see. Okay, well, we're getting into the not implemented one. That's good. So, and what does our data look like? Did it print it out the way we wanted it to? Did not, probably because I raised the error. Raise. Oh no, duh, because we're getting into this not implemented thing here. So what I think is going to be the problem is this returns a resolution that won't map to the actual document that was passed in. I'm not sure if that'll be true or not, but yeah, let's see. I think it's complicated. All right, let's just try it. Let's just see what happens because we need this code anyway, right? So basically what we're gonna do is we need to split. Right. So we need, okay, I'm just gonna copy this back up to this, but we're gonna do things a little bit differently. So we get the arguments for the read action, and we're doing a trace. Okay, yeah, for a GraphQL subscription. I wonder if we should be mentioning in this that it's like a bulk or something. Not important. And now what we're going to do is we're going to to existing atom subscription field from action type and code ID. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So we're going to notifications, right? So we should have a list of notifications in this case. We're going to group by the action type. And then we are going to handle these separately. So these are create notifications. This will actually be type when type in. Actually, we're gonna have to. This one's interesting. What we have to do for this is a little different because the query can be the same, but then the resolution that we put out has to be different. And I'm actually thinking maybe the trick for this is that in our batcher we need to group by the action type so that there's only ever one action type. Probably yes, I think we do. Okay, so damn. All right, so batches, currently batches are just a topic. That's not quite sufficient. Let's see. Yeah, all right. just don't feel like it's annoying to. Okay, for now, we're going to group the notifications by the event type. It's easy enough. It's easy enough. All right, so now what we can do is, yeah, we're gonna say if type in create update do, and now we're gonna do, or I guess I could just say case type. No, because we know these are exclusive. There's only 2 branches. We don't need a case. And then we're gonna do all this crap. Okay. So instead of data being notification.data, it's going to be enum.map notifications data. Good enough. We have the read action that we're going to use. We have, okay. So now what we need to do is we need to fetch these specific things. And so it's not actually enough. We're not going to reduce over the primary key anymore. We're going to reduce over the notifications. Hey, I assume 031. Your name is Juan. Thanks for the thanks for saying hi. Yeah, I don't normally do early streams, but I've been thinking about doing like streaming in the morning. That's when it works a little bit better for me. Just kind of like have my coffee and I don't know, just get started with my day like this. I'm glad I thought about my coffee because I haven't had any yet. Okay. So this will be the expression. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if is nil. Actually, we'll say primary key filter. Oh, I'm hiding the code. Oh no. What my why did a podcast just start? Oh, I think I think my headphones just connected to my wife's phone, and so I was listening to the Heather McMahon's podcast. Hold on, I'm gonna text her and tell her that she needs to. All right, let's try this again. Okay. I'm all no longer confused and no longer listening to Heather McMahon's podcast. Okay, I'm gonna make my camera a little tiny baby thing so that y'all can see the code, which is like far more important than my stupid mug. Okay, there we go. Should be at least hiding the code a little bit less. Also, hey Mitchell, how's it going? Yeah, I also do. My wife's a big heavy listener, so we were to phrase that, but she's the one who's really into it, but I catch quite a bit of it as a side angle, and I like it. Okay, so now we can add a filter like this. We'll say primary key, and then we're going to say enum.reduce primary key, and actually this will be, just do can do data record notification record primary key, yeah, and field. Actually, this would be easier if we just do map.take record primary key, and then we will do, or yeah, this is so much simpler. Say primary key matches, and then we can just say or primary key matches, and then pass this in like this. I'm gonna do query.do filter this, and then what is message filter? Oh, massage filter. Huh. It's an interesting... We're doing that in other places too, or is this like a new thing? We are doing this in a bunch of other places. No, that's subscription logic. Apply load arguments. Oh, okay, so this is, yeah, all right. So we can just do like this. And filter. All right. So we now have, this is going to get us like, you know, read the records that were just, you know, just created / updated, right? But we also want to get a query that is for the subscription in general. What have I done? Query for subscription. Oh. Okay. All right. So this ought to give us query. This should theoretically now give us, instead of oh yeah, this is there's some more interesting complexity here, which is we have this eager process where we can actually apply filters in memory instead of like going to Postgres, for example. And this is the logic of that for doing it on a single record. However, we need to adjust this to do it on a list of records, and some of which we may actually be able to determine and some of which we may not, which makes this a little bit more complicated. So what it's going to look like is this. We're going to say, we're going to split the records by the ones that we know, right? So we'll say like known results, data. So we have to do this. We actually have to do this before we add the filter for primary key matches. So this is going to have to go down here. So we'll say something like query. What this will look like is ash.read. Ash.load data query. Oh yeah, so we query ash.read. We need to load. Okay, the load statement is in the query, so this ought to do it. So we'll say these will be like you know, refetched results. And for now, yeah, that'll be, yeah. This looks good. Okay, so known results need refetch. And then we're gonna say enum.reduce data record known refetch. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, well, hey, for each of these records, oh, this ought to actually happen once when we apply the, say, query with authorization rules. Looks like this, yep. And we'll say it's frustrating, but it's got to be done, which is known results need refetch will be case query with authorization rules do page. Right. So we're saying, yes, you can make this if you do this query, in which case now we can split. Otherwise, we can actually do a little bit more than this. Okay, false. There's a couple different formats that can be returned from ash.can. Let's see. So, okay, we can get, yeah, false with the exception. Okay, so if we get false like this, then we actually know that there's nothing to send. There's no way that the user can even make the query that they made in the first place, so they probably won't even be here. But yeah, this is what we'll stick with. Hello, Peter in code. How's it going? Okay, so if there's any other thing, we're going to say we don't know anything, we need to refetch all the data. But now in this case, this is where things get useful. We actually, we need to do authorize results. There has to be no, these authorized results, this is a kind of an internal detail of Ash, but very rarely there's a scenario where you need to run the query in order to know what can be seen. And so that's what these authorized results hooks look like they do. So, but we don't want to, we need to ignore those cases if there are, we need to not do any magic runtime determination of authorization. Oh, all right. Hey, Peter. Yeah, I'm very familiar with your content. I didn't know you as Peter in code. Thanks for joining the stream. Got a lot of heavy hitters here today. All right. Does this show me? Wait. So what we can do here is we can say case do. Okay. So if we get a true, then we're going to put this data on the list of known valid results. Yeah, let me turn it down. Thanks for letting me know. Give it a little bit. How's that? Let me know. Okay, so we know that you can see this. And so, likewise, if we get false, we can actually just say, I don't need this known results, just known. We don't even, we're not going to do anything with this. And then if we get any other thing, which would be an error, like unknown, then we'll say, okay, well, we have to refetch it. 611 doesn't like. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll say, with okay, with okay data hash.load, we'll call this with okay known results. So with known results, we're just going to load anything that's required on the query. With okay. Nice. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. I'll try to keep an eye on it. Maybe I can actually load up my mixer and just see if it looks like anything's spiking. Okay, I've got that in my screen now. Okay, so for the known results, we can just load the additional fields that we need. We don't have to refetch the data. For the, it's kind of, if we have to, it's kind of interesting. If we have to refetch anyway, it's like we might as well refetch them all. I'm not sure. I'm not sold. So we'll keep doing it as 2 steps. But all right. So need refetch here though is going to do primary key filter. Where did I get rid of that? Primary key matches. Right. So did I get rid of? I guess I did. Or primary key matches. No, that's right. So this will be based only on need refetch. And this will look like hash.read query. We're going to need to fix this because this is going to run the query even if there's an empty list, which we don't need. All right, so now there won't be nil. These will be 2 lists. So what we can do, it should be kind of as straightforward as, well, if there's an error, right, then that'll be its own thing. But in here, copy this. This big else if type in create update. Oh, that's fine. That's actually fine because the destroy case is like far simpler. That is just this for each notification. Right. Let me copy this, and then we can get rid of all this. All right, so I've got a lot of red squigglies. Where are we at? What are we doing with our lives? So the result here is, this needs to actually be like known results, known refetch. No. This needs to be type equals, right, let's say key maybe, and then enum.map known results. We will then say it is key record. So this is the actual result of the batch resolution, and this looks like this. All right, let's see what's the problem. Why do I have all my squigglies? I have an extra end somewhere. Unexpected token, FN type. Okay, see, this is the problem with writing these big ass blocks of code. All right, so we have if. Okay, so I did need that end. And this thing goes here. Don't need a pipeline. All right, so the problem here, this is the if else, the end of the group here. Trace do is missing its end. All right. All right, our formatter's working. That's happy. So this one is not quite right either. We need to do a similar thing. We say enum.map. We'll say type key equals. Fun fact, this is actually, I did that wrong in both of these places. The key, we don't have a single notification. We have just type. And then here we also have just type. Which also means that this is the same in both branches, so we can put it right up here. Alrighty. We're getting there, folks. So this will be very similar to this. We're gonna go over each, so data. And then we will say type. Oh, and where was this? We have this encode ID. Okay. So result is this, and then cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I broke this like a million different ways in this process, but this is roughly what, oh, that's okay. Okay. Not quite right. I need to enum.flatMap these to gather them up into a single batch to be sent, I believe. How does it work in the, let's see. So you publish one piece of data at a time. Okay, so I don't need to flat map these actually. I just will map, because then we can avoid creating a big list. And then instead of, I'm not going to do this put result thing. Instead, they're just going to each return. This is an annoying thing. Let me just, right now, if there's a problem, and then here we're going to do the same thing. But these are all of the things that we ought to send. Okay. Now we need to gather all of this up. So we'll say like, subscription events. And then we're going to do this. I have to figure this out in a second, because if there's an error with one of those, yeah, it's just its own problem. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Restream I'm using Restream and it's kind of annoying. It doesn't actually show me on the same page what my chat is and how many people are in the stream. Seems like a weird choice. Not really a problem, but still strange. Okay. So in this logic right here, data ought to be this list of events to send, once I work out all of the bugs with this whole thing. So we don't have notifications. Why not? 2x, because I spelled it wrong. We don't currently have data either, because data is in the other branch. So this will be notifications. Okay. Don't have a query either. Why don't I have a query? I guess this would just be resource to start. What did I call this? Yeah, okay. I should actually just do this all inside the trace. So let's undo what I just did. And put all of this, not line 549, but line, yeah, there we go. Okay. How'd we do? Context is unused. Okay, I feel like I screwed something up. That's fine. All right, expected a map.take. Right here, 611. Map need refetch. That's interesting. Map.take record. Seems to be record refetch and record known. Okay, similar. Oh, right. Yeah, see, this is the problem I knew we were going to have. Which is the type of the query that they're doing is a it's a single map, like it's a single object that they're fetching. And I'm trying to make this particular resolution, this like resolve function, return a list. Maybe there's like, maybe I need like I need to use like a batcher middleware in this resolution, but I don't know. Batch, we don't have like batch resolution currently, because the way that Ash works with AshGraphql is we don't need to use their data loader concept, because you can request like a full GraphQL document with ash.load. So like given a record, you can say like, you know, foo bar as, and we even support like aliasing. So you can say like, you know, as buzz, right? So like we have all the features required to map directly to a GraphQL API and a single request to Ash. So we don't have like a setup data loader. Unfortunately, so what we need to find out is how to make this, you know, handle with the batches. So we do have, there's like batch middleware. Not specific to any particular batching mechanism. What does this do? What does this batch? It's gonna like aggregate. Let's see. It returns, oh, interesting. It just returns a middleware that will batch records. Can I like, maybe what I can do is I can do the same thing, middleware. I don't really feel that confident in this approach, but it may just have to be what it has to be. Because, okay, so what does this batch middleware look like? This batch middleware has before resolution. It's a call when it's unresolved. It makes the state suspended. Okay. Puts result. There's like a accumulator. How does it, okay. So what we would need to do, how would we carry over this accumulator? No, I don't, okay, I can't read this code more. So you know what I'm honestly really tempted to do? I'm just gonna try this for a second, because what I need to do is I just need to get this like resolved. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna throw the result. I'll do this. I'll try this at home, boys and girls. What's this error case again? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right. I just need to see if I can make this work. Can make this not a sin against Elixir later. So now I should theoretically get an actual error raised. Or I should get the result raised as a string. Batch or do send. Oh yeah, there it is. It works. All right, we're not gonna leave it like that, but I am going to just keep going for a bit. So in the case of an error, we're gonna do this. And in the case of successful, we are going to, we already know that we should send, so it shouldn't really matter. Field topic subscription ID. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm not gonna do the count for now. But we will do, well, yeah, okay, I can actually count. enum.count notifications. And then we're gonna send them all like this. So this will be, I wonder if we can even, if there's like a publish many on the Absinthe. So to publish, what do they do? So they make all, and they registry.dispatch topic FN entries, send pit broadcast message. Yeah, they don't have like multicast stuff set up, so I guess we'll have to send it. I mean, well, we can make PRs to Absinthe to make this better for us, but for now, we're going to say for, you know, it'd be like for type, for batch result. I think it's like this: record, for batch result, record and batch. This is like, this should theoretically work. Yeah. Topic data. So the only different, it doesn't have a data key. Is that something I'm screwing up? Oh, is it still crappy? I like fixed my settings and stuff. I don't know why YouTube doesn't want to. Let's see. I mean, do YouTube streams stream not going higher than 720p? Googling. I have to set my stream key. YouTube isn't like Twitch where it takes whatever settings. For YouTube, you have to select the resolution and latency in the streaming dashboard. Okay. Let's go to the streaming dashboard. Can I just, hopefully I can just change it. No, this video is not made for kids. Can I stream latency? No, it doesn't work. I don't see a place where I can tell this. The audio stream's current bitrate 0. It's lower than the recommended. Okay, I don't get it. I don't see where, at least for this live one, that I can fix this. I'm gonna make a new stream and see, maybe there's like an option that I don't see. Oops. No, it's not. Oh. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any place that it gives me like a higher resolution option. Does anybody know? I mean, you can, to be clear, there's a higher resolution on Twitch as far as I know. So maybe, I don't know, maybe YouTube sucks. I don't know. People are saying there's supposed to be some way to, you have canvas set to 1080, but your output is 720. This is even not useful or helpful. What the heck? Somebody says, let's find out. They're saying if you use like an incognito window, that it will give you, I have to, what on earth? I can't even, I have to sign in to look at this. They're saying like YouTube's been limiting some accounts to 720p. I've got no idea. Well, it's just gonna have to remain a mystery. I blame YouTube, not my fault. Okay. So we're getting our messages. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need should send anymore. Created. Oh, interesting. Okay. Why was it a string in the other implementation, but not for me? Because this is using string.toExistingAtom. Oh, you know, it's because yeah, all right. It's because we were letting like absinthe do whatever absinthe does after the fact. So theoretically, yeah, all right. So we do need to figure out how to make, I mean, I think we want to let absinthe do what absinthe's going to do with the results. We want to let it like fully resolve the results. But that, I'm not sure what the hell that means for us, because when we actually want to run this, right, we have like the document itself is for a single record. So if you look at the document, it's like, where is it? Yeah, it's like this: subscription, subscribable events. So I don't know how to tell. Maybe I could like modify the pipeline, because if we look at, yeah, this is okay. This may be the way to do it. Absinthe. So if we go in here and we go to the, what is it? Local. Yeah, local. Yeah. So we have this override root thing that they're doing, and then they have this execution, go up to the execution resolution. So maybe what I can do is like make a pipeline phase that changes the type that's being resolved to be a list or something like that. So what I would do is in this pipeline, I could use it here. So what is this pipeline? Is just absinthe.pipeline and absinthe.phase. And this will be like our own magic thing. We'll call it AshGraphql dot subscription dot rewrite query to list. All right. The level of hacky indirection is certainly growing. Let's see. Oh, Twitch is 722. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So what I did do is I got yelled at by Restream telling me that my bitrate was too high. Okay. And maybe that's the problem. This should be what? What even is, okay, this is me being like illiterate around these things. They want 6 to 6.5K bit rate. What is it right now? Output. Okay, I will say 6,500. Does that, I don't know if that like changes it live or not. Let's see. Does Restream up? Oh, yeah, okay, wait. It seems like it's gone up to 6,500. I don't know, does that, but that's probably not gonna like fix it if I go to Twitch and look at my own video. Am I gonna be able to do a higher resolution now? I feel like that's not how that would work. Settings, quality. Yeah. OBS, let's see. Oh, let me look up people doing this on Twitch. OBS, Twitch, only 720p. There's got to be something wrong with my setup. Twitch removes source video rate. Don't go for partners affiliates 6,000 max. Yeah, I don't have any idea how. What the hell is this? You set a max limit so your stream doesn't go over it. Yeah, I mean, is a low bit rate good? Does anybody on my chat know how streaming works? Is a low bit rate better? Let me see. Optimal. I guess I can show you guys what I'm Googling. So you're not just staring at an empty editor, but let's see. Optimal OBS settings for Twitch. Maybe this is okay. If you want to stream in 1080p 60 FPS on Twitch, set the bitrate to okay. Setting the bitrate to what it's at 6,500 now. Apply. Right. So, one of the most important settings is the encoder. The choice of the encoder is based on your hardware. You don't have those encoders. Okay. Well, where do I get to pick an encoder? Can't change any of these things because I'm streaming right now. Okay. 2 seconds. Preset quality. B frames 2. B frames. Preset. I saw a preset. CPU usage preset? Is that what I want? What's this? Higher equals less CPU. No, you can, I have a shit ton of CPU. You can use a bunch. Slow. Profile. Wait, what? So I selected slow and I got profile, or? No, I always had profile. What a weird way to phrase this. Ultra fast or slow. I don't have any preset. Reset. All right, I'll tell you what. I did make some changes. I'm gonna restart the stream. We're just gonna see what happens. I'll see you back in 5 seconds. All right, we should be back. I don't know. Did it come back? See, and then YouTube's all pissed off because YouTube wants me to use a bitrate of 2500. I do not understand what they want from me here. How am I supposed to do this multicasting nonsense? All right. So I've disconnected and connected. Maybe I didn't do it for long enough, but I still only have 720p.